Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Peshwa Baji Rao I of Maratha Empire had two wives and four sons, one of whom, Janardhan Rao, died in childhood. From his second and controversial marriage to Mastani, he had a son called Krishna Rao, but there was one problem. The Hindu priest said that because Mastani is a Muslim, Krishna Rao will not be accepted into the Hindu faith. It is said by some that Mastani's father was a Hindu prince and her mother was a Muslim dancer or some other woman, but this is questioned by many historians who believe she came from a normal Muslim family and was a dancer, although her real identity even today is a matter of debate. Whatever the case, Baji Rao had to rename his son from Krishna Rao to Shamsher Bahadur. In 1742, when Shamsher Bahadur was only 6 years old, Baji Rao suffered a heat stroke and that was followed by a fever which took his life. He was only 40 years old at that time, and around the same time Mastani also died, so Shamsher Bahadur was now an orphan. He was raised by his stepmother and grew up alongside his half-siblings, his Hindu brothers. In 1761, a large Muslim army led by the Afghan ruler Ahmad Shah Durrani invaded Panipat. This was because the Marathas and their allies had been threatening Muslim states, especially the Mughal Empire and Sindh. The Marathas were expecting to perform well, like in most battles, but fun fact, not really. They performed quite terrible, even though they tried their best. And the Afghans won, and Nawab Shamsher Bahadur was one of those who died from their wounds. Shamsher Bahadur was married twice and he had a son from his second marriage called Ali Bahadur. In 1790, Ali Bahadur established himself as the Nawab of Banda in Uttar Pradesh. He ruled till death and left behind two sons, Nawab Zulfikar Ali Bahadur and Nawab Shamsher Bahadur II. When he died in 1802, the nobility appointed his younger son, who was an infant 2 years old, Nawab Zulfikar Ali Bahadur, as the Nawab of Banda. His elder brother was still away, but he heard the news and was now on his way. He soon arrived and had his brother deposed. This continued till 1825 when Shamsher Bahadur II passed away. He had no children and was succeeded by his younger brother Zulfikar Ali Bahadur. Zulfikar Ali Bahadur had lots of personal belongings which can still be seen today. They are kept by the Ali Bahadur family. These include a rifle gifted to him by the Nawab of Rampur, as well as a copy of the Holy Quran which he wrote himself. In 1850, Nawab Ali Bahadur II came to the throne after the death of his father. He lived on British pensions, but in 1857, when the Independence Rebellion began, he received a letter from Rani Lakshmibai of Jhansi. In the letter, she said to the Nawab to join him for independence struggle. The Nawab thought for a while about whether he should join this or not, but then he realized it was better to join and fight like a brave man instead of live upon pension provided by occupiers. And so he did. He fought the British alongside Rani Lakshmibai's troops, but unfortunately they were defeated. Some even say when the Rani was killed, it was Ali Bahadur who performed her last rites, though this is questionable. For participating in the rebellion, Nawab Ali Bahadur was exiled to Indore, and his family still lives there even today. The state of Banda was abolished. So here you can see the family tree of the Nawabs of Banda, and I believe the current head is Nawab Shadab Ali Bahadur, who is descended from Zulfikar Ali Bahadur. Thank you very much for watching, and special thanks to the acknowledgements you can see on my screen.